Inspector General of Police fails to appear in Senate over MELAYE. Health Minister promises an end to workers' strike. Army plans to make SAMBISA forest tourist haven. Sultan issues ultimatum to Miyetti Allah over killer headsmen. And in sports, Wembley Stadium to be sold by English Football Association. These and more stories in a moment. Welcome to the news on the hour on television Nigerian. I am Anthony Momodu. The Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, failed to respond to the summons of the Nigerian Senate to appear before it to answer questions on the arrest of Senator Dino MELAYE, as well as the recent insecurity in the country. The Senate President had on Wednesday, during plenary, ordered the police chief to appear before it on Thursday, but the Chairman Senate Committee on Police Affairs, Abu Ibrahim, informed the Senate that the IGP was in Bauchi and could not honor the invitation of the Senate and had sent the Deputy Inspector General Operations to represent him. The Senate, after deliberations, agreed to re-invite the IGP to appear before it in person on Wednesday, as he did not write the Senate to officially inform them of his inability to honor their invitation. The Minister of Health, Isaac Adewale, has assured Nigerians that the government is making efforts to end the strike by the joint health sector unions, which has crippled government hospitals across the country. Speaking after the Federal Executive Council meeting in Abuja, the minister said government has set up a high-level committee to review the demands of the striking union and find a lasting solution. The union, comprising health workers apart from medical doctors and dentists, are on indefinite strike to press home their demands of the government's threats to invoke the no work, no pay rule on the strike. The strike, which is on its eighth day, has crippled healthcare delivery across federal health institutions across the country, while the union has also vowed that state and local government health institutions will join the strike within 2 weeks if the government fails to accede to their demands. Nigeria's Chief of Army Staff Tukur Buratai has announced the plan of the army to turn the SAMBISA forest from being the den of Boko Haram terrorists into a tourist destination. He further revealed that the Nigerian army will collaborate with the National Park Service and Borno State government to turn SAMBISA forest to a tourist center to attract tourists into the country. The Nigerian army had launched an operation to finally uproot the insurgents from the area, which was a game reserve during and after the British colonial rule, while the thick vegetation, which extends for hundreds of square miles of the forest, had provided a haven for the militants. Still to come, Sultan issues ultimatum to Miyetti Allah on killer headsmen. More reports after the break.
For almost a decade, the Nigerian army have given their all to ensure that our dear country is not overrun by Boko Haram insurgents. Some have in the process paid the ultimate price, while many will forever live with indelible scars occasioned by their determination to protect the country, no matter the hurdle. Despite these, they have remained resolute and undaunted, and today, all territories the insurgents once took control of have been recaptured and normalcy restored. And now, for the first time in a long time, the end of Boko Haram is foreseeable. Therefore, the wisest thing for the remaining insurgents to do is to surrender today or face total destruction from the army. Remember, the Nigerian army will stop at nothing to ensure that total peace is restored in all parts of the country. So, be wise and embrace peace today or get ready to be ruthlessly dealt with. This message is brought to you by the Coalition on Conflict Resolution and Human Rights in Nigeria.
Thanks for staying tuned. Worried by the incessant clashes between Fulani herdsmen and farmers in some parts of the country, which has resulted in deaths and destruction of lives and properties, the Sultan of Sokoto, His Eminence Mohammed Sa'ad Abubakar, The third has given a 2-month mandate to the new leadership of the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association to fish out the criminals perpetrating the crisis. National President Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, Alhaji Muhammadu Karuwa, who spoke through the National Secretary of the Association, Alhaji Baba Uthman Ngalama, during their peace visit to Edo State, blamed the frequent clashes between the herdsmen and farmers on politicians who, it said, were cashing on the crisis to further their political nets. The Miyetti Allah also stated that most of the activities are being perpetrated by criminals because not all cattle headers are criminals. On the foreign scene, Sierra Leone's President Julius Maada Bio has sacked all political appointees at the country's foreign missions, including ambassadors and information attachés, and also retired all workers in the public service who have attained the age of 60, except those under special employment approved by the parliament. Their sackings were contained in an executive order President Maada Bio issued on Wednesday, in which he announced a wide range of measures to reduce financial waste and also embargoed recruitment in the public service. The executive order came as parliamentarians went into fisticuffs on Wednesday after they were sworn in. Julius Maada Bio of the Sierra Leonean People's Party was declared president April 4th, while the loser is in court to challenge his election.
Welcome to Living Treasures Academy. Enjoy a conducive and serene learning environment. Qualified and experienced teachers. Equipped computer laboratory and library. Secured atmosphere. Extracurricular activities. An all-embracing curriculum for total development of the child. Comprehensive education for leadership. Join us today from crèche to secondary levels. Living Treasures Academy, committed to excellence.
The English Football Association are on the verge of selling Wembley Stadium in an unprecedented £800 million deal. Zahid Khan, the billionaire owner of Fulham Football Club and the NFL's Jacksonville Jaguars, has tabled a formal offer that was discussed for the first time by the FA board. Khan, who is worth an estimated £5.2 billion, is prepared to pay more than £500 million in cash and to allow the FA keep the club Wembley, the venture and hospitality business that is valued at further £300 million. Meanwhile, Nigerian national team player Henry Onyekuru has emerged unscathed from the first game after a long rehabilitation and played the last 30 minutes for Anderlecht reserves in their 4-1 win against Lokeren in the Reserve Pro League on Tuesday night. Though Henry did not get on the score sheet, he showed he has not lost his pace and was involved in the build-up to the 4th goal scored by Nelson Jenlas. Henry hopes to be included in Nigeria's World Cup squad list, but the tournament might come too soon for the former European team's session. To end the news, a look at the major stories. Inspector General of Police fails to appear in Senate over MELAYE. Health Minister promises an end to workers' strike. Army plans to make SAMBISA forest tourist haven. Sultan issues ultimatum to Miyetti Allah over killer headsmen. We also told you that the English Football Association is set to sell Wembley Stadium. That's the news on the hour on Television Nigerian. And do remember, the ignorance of one voter in a democracy impairs the security of all. Thanks for watching. I am Anthony Momodu.